Hi, I just wanted to make a short video about the difference between awakening and enlightenment. I have spoken about this subject in a video that is named Enlightenment for Normal People. There I'll go into more depth about these concepts, but here I'm just going to go very quickly through the difference between those two, because I think it's very important when you're on this path that you do understand the difference. It is not the same. So let's begin. For many years, I thought that awakening and enlightenment were the same thing. I didn't really think there was some difference between those two. But today I see it differently, and I do understand that there is a huge difference between those two. So when we are talking about awakening, we are talking about glimpses, moments in which the usual sense of being, a separate self, falls away and reality is experienced more directly. That can be one experience. These moments can be powerful, even life-changing for sure, and they may bring peace, clarity, expansiveness, or a deep sense of truth. So we might say awakening is the first glimpse, clear glimpse that you are more than your thoughts, your roles, or the story you've told yourself about who you are. But they are temporary. That's the case. The glimpse fades, the mind returns, and old habits take over. I remember this very well when on my journey, my spiritual journey that I have been on for many years, and I've done so many things on this journey. And I remember having these experiences, like feeling like I was one with everything, feeling so much love, seeing colors and whatnot. I mean, it was crazy nice and beautiful. But I understood after some time that this was not getting me anywhere, because when you're out of the experience, you don't have anything in your hands. The only thing you have is the memory of it, and then you try to get it again, but it's not getting you farther on the path towards everyday enlightenment or towards more peaceful, more joyful, stable life. So this is very important to understand, that this is awakening, this is not enlightenment, this is part of the journey, but it does not get you very far. You get actually a bit stuck. And you could also say this is something that the ego loves, because this is so magnificent. I can see all these things and experience all of these things, and maybe I can experience something more beautiful and crazy. So you get a bit detached to it. So the best thing is just to let go of these experiences and just be grateful you had them. But now you know this is awakening. This is just an insight into what is possible. But this is not the spiritual path if you want to get further. But that's always a choice, of course. So let's return to enlightenment. Enlightenment, by contrast, is what happens when that insight from the awakening becomes more stable. It is no longer just a passing experience, but a lasting change in how you relate to yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, and the world around you. So, enlightenment is when that clarity settles more deeply and becomes part of the way you live. It becomes who you are. And it's stable, it doesn't fade or go away. And it's important to understand that both awakening and enlightenment both matter, both can be part of the journey or the path, but they are not the same. One is a beautiful moment, the other is there for a lifetime. So, if you have had glimpses of awakening, but you're struggling to make that peace stay, you're trapped in this, what we can call the transition phase. You're trapped there. I have made a whole separate video, breaking down the exact 5 steps to shift from a temporary awakening to permanent everyday enlightenment. So I will put the link in the description box to that video. And I would love also to hear your thoughts on this subject, the difference between awakening and enlightenment, and where you are on this journey. So I would love to hear from you, and thank you for listening and being with me here today. Thank you. Bye bye.